Hello, you beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I thought I would give you brief little synopsis of what's been going on lately. If I sound a little bit weird, it's because I was sick yesterday. I had a bad cold, so I was just kind of dying. I had released my first video yesterday and it was pretty awesome. I love the reaction. It got 70 views, which is way more than I thought it was going to get. I have 15 subscribers, so that's awesome as well. I'm pretty proud of everything that came out of that video, and I was super excited to make this one. I'm feeling better now, so we'll see how it goes. But today I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit more about my first story time that I was going to do today. So, a little workplace story, I guess. It doesn't have anything to do with one of my coworkers, but really a student I talked to. So, as I mentioned in my previous video, I work at a university. It's an online university, so people call in, I talk to my students, I have appointments that I make, I go and talk to these people going in for their master's programs, so it's really fun. I love my job. It's the best job I've had in a long time. My bosses are wonderful, my coworkers are wonderful, they're just really cool individuals. So when I talk to these people, I'm always really excited, really happy to be able to talk with them. And I have this weird thing where every Thursday or so, I get this person who will call in. Not the same person, it's just a random person I've never met before. It'll either be an extremely good call or an extremely bad call. So when I'm going and kind of talking with this person, I'm always a little bit on edge because either I'm going to get along real well with them or it's just not going to work. So this is one of those stories. It's the worst call I've ever had, ever in my life. So just wanted you to go see how everything turns out, and you'll kind of be astonished that there's someone who called into a university for their master's program in order to get this call. This is crazy. So this lady calls in. It's a Thursday afternoon. It's probably about 2 o'clock or so, and she calls in and I answer the phone in my typical little voice. Hi, thank you for calling. This is Anna, Graduate Business. How can I help you today? And this lady, she's like, hey, I'm really looking into the MBA in healthcare management. Can you help me out with that? And so I'm like, yeah, of course. I got you. What do you want to know? She's like, well, what does the program entail? What are the prerequisites? The typical stuff that people ask. So I'm like, yeah, so this program is about a year to a year and a half, and I'm explaining this stuff. And then I go to the prerequisites, and I'm like, well, typically you have to have at least a 3-year working experience in healthcare because we want to make sure that our students actually get the job. And then we also want that our students have a bachelor's degree. Obviously, it's a master's program. You go from associate's, bachelor's, and then master's and doctorate. So it's kind of needed when you go throughout one of these programs. The student immediately goes, I have a BA in psychology. And that's it. That's what she said. And I'm like, okay, well, what's your work experience? Where have you worked before? And she goes, I have not worked. And I was like, okay. Well, we do require that you have a work experience of some sort because we want to make sure that you get into the right position so you can actually use this degree. It's not just a random degree you're getting. And she goes, well, I have a BA in psychology. And I'm like, okay. So do a lot of other people, but they're not working. And so she goes and is saying how she has no work history. And I'm like, okay, well, we have other colleges. Maybe you want to go for a bachelor's program or something like that. Maybe that will help suit your needs better. And she goes, yes, what colleges do you have? We have a health professions, and we have a teaching college, and we have IT. And she goes, well, I want a master's in information technology. And I go, okay. So I went and I was like, all right, well, that's our hardest college to get into. Immediately she goes, well, I was a substitute before. And I'm like, yes, I got something. She knows something. She has worked somewhere. Like, this is a good step. We got it. And I was like, okay, what did you sub? And she goes, I was a preschool instructor and I volunteered on weekends. I was like, okay. This is a volunteer gig. I mean, it still technically works, but like, really? And so I was like, well, do you have your teaching degree? And she goes, no, I don't. I have no work experience. And I was like, what? Like, how can you go and say that you like volunteered somewhere and not consider that work experience? Like, even like high schoolers who are going through school and have some volunteer experience, they know what to do. Like, this is just crazy at this point. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, ma'am, most of our colleges do require for a master's program that you have some sort of work experience. And she flips crap. I think I can say that on YouTube. And so she goes, and I was just sitting there and I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. And she goes, I know you have her. And I go, I'm sorry, ma'am. Can you please repeat that? The phone broke up. It didn't break up. I just say that sometimes because, like, what? And she said, my friend attended your school and she went there for BA in psychology of nursing and she never came back. And I go, I'm sorry, ma'am, we don't have a psychology of nursing program. And she's like, no, she went there and she's gone. She's missing. And I know you took her. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm sitting there at my desk and all of a sudden this lady who wanted to know what our like programs are is accusing me of taking her friend. And I'm kind of just like, what do you say in that like sense? So I'm sitting here and I'm like, ma'am, I don't know who your friend is. And she goes, I know you killed her. And I'm like, whoa, hold up a second. What do you mean I killed her? She's like, I know you killed my friend. You went and you butchered her after she went to your campus and you found her and killed her and you slaughtered her and put all of her pieces up for the pigs to eat. First off, I live in Arizona. Very suburban area of Arizona. So when I'm saying that I butchered her friend and fed her to the pigs, I don't even know where to find pigs in Arizona without driving like 2 hours. So this lady is telling me, I don't even remember where she's from, but she's telling me her friend went to my school, that I found her, I killed her, and that I fed her body to the pigs, and that's why she's still missing. Yeah, this is where this is going. So I sat there while she's describing how I butchered her friend and it killed her and all this other stuff. And she goes, I'm launching an investigation. And I was like, ma'am, you can launch an investigation if you want to. I'm not really sure what you'll find since I don't even think I've killed anybody before. There's been cases of sleepwalk killers, but like, I don't think I've killed anybody. And so as I said that, my coworkers, like we have this cubicle set up where like there's a row here and there's a row here and then there's desks on both sides. It's like a cubicle situation. My cubicle's super cute. So I went and I was like sitting and my coworkers turned around. They were like, what is going on that someone is launching an investigation into Anna? So they turn around and they're kind of watching now because like no one says, okay, launch an investigation. Like, that's just not something that happens. So we sat there And I'm just kind of waiting for this lady to just rant and talk or whatever. And in a break, I was like, ma'am, I'm going to reiterate, I did not kill your friend. I do not know who your friend is. I am just here. I work at this university. I haven't even been here that long. I'm just trying to do my job. And she goes, I know you killed her. And I was like, okay, you can think what you want. Would you like to speak to a manager? She goes, yes, what is your name? And I'm like, my name is Anna. I haven't been here that long, as I said before. And she goes, what's your extension? And I wasn't about to give this lady my extension. Like, anybody wants my extension, it's going to have a good, like, connotation with it. I'm not just going to give someone my extension. So she went and she's like, what's your extension? And I said, I'm going to get you with that manager now. Hold on 1 second. And so I put this lady on hold. And I sat there and I kind of did like a head in the hands kind of moment. I was like, what is going on? I don't understand. And so I called the manager hotline. And it wasn't even a manager who picked up. It was another associate. It was someone who was like a few ranks above me. And so she goes and she's like, hi, my name is Jamie. How can I help you today? And I was like, at this point, I was like on the verge of tears because someone just accused me of murder and I can't prove I didn't do it except like saying I didn't. And like, that's very not like, okay. Like, how am I supposed to say, yeah, I didn't kill someone and like, here's no proof. Like, I studied forensics, but like, that still got me. So I went to Jamie and I was at the verge of tears and I'm like, hi, my name is Anna. I'm a new associate here, and this lady just said that I tried to kill her friend, and Jamie, she was like, what? And I was like, she asked about the MBA in healthcare management, and then she, like, claimed that I was trying to kill her friend, and that I didn't have anything, and Jamie's like, okay, I'll help you. Just go and send her over. Tell her my name is Jamie and I'm here to help her with her issues. Exactly what she said. And so I was like, all right, Jamie, I got you. We're gonna get this fixed. So I went and I was sitting there and I turned this lady back on. In the background, I hear someone saying, are you on meds still? Are you still getting meds? And it was like some dude's voice, and I was like, okay. So I merged her in, and I was like, hi, ma'am, this is Jamie. She's here to help you with your issues. And so I went and flipped up my mic so they couldn't hear me. It was like muted. And then I just listened to the call because it's all three-way conversation now. So I'm just sitting here listening, like figuring out what the hell is going on. Oh, I don't know if I can say that on YouTube either. Oh, well, we'll figure it out. And so I'm sitting here and this lady goes, I want to know about the MBA in healthcare management. And Jamie's like, yeah, definitely, like, I can help you with that, like, what, and she's like, what do you want to know? And she's like, well, I want to know what the prerequisites are, I want to know what is going on, like, I want to know what's up so I can get this degree. And Jamie's like, yeah, definitely, so, like, you have to have 3 years work experience. Flips again. This lady is screaming into the phone about how she killed her friend, and Jamie's just sitting there, and I heard her microphone flip up, and I swear I think this lady was laughing, because I literally told her exactly what she was going on about. I didn't stay on after that. I ended that call. I went to the bathroom. I cried a little bit, and then I came back out, and I was like, yes, okay, I have a story now, and I told my friends, I told my grandmother. She was like, Anna, I didn't realize you worked at an insane asylum. And I was like, I didn't either, but, like, here we are. And this is not to, like, joke on the fact that all mentally ill people are, like, bad. Most of them, they're good. I mean, I'm one of them. I have some mental illnesses that I deal with daily. And so I think that just sometimes you get those instances and then you kind of just have to make a joke of it because, like, how else are you going to deal with this stuff? Like, how else was I going to deal with the fact that this lady just accused me of murder? I'm like a United States away from this lady, and she accused me of killing her friend at an online campus. Like, but it's basically my story. I wanted to film it because I knew this one was like the top tier of like all of my stories. So I hope you guys like it. Please go down below, subscribe, like and comment. This one will actually have the comments enabled because I like figured out YouTube. So you'll be able to comment, tell your own stories, whatever. And it will be super fun. But I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that you guys are watching. And I am super stoked for this video to pop up because like, this is some crazy story. Again, thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will be here next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.